If you wake up with a headache, it's not my problem.
What a purple-headed jerk. Stupid fireman. Oh yeah. I almost forgot. Jrjam is one of the most anticipated upcoming asymmetrical games, and I got to play its silly little public test when it was open. Well, maybe it's still open now. I don't know when this video will come out. Was this game absolute garbage and overhyped? Absolutely not! This is one of the best asym games ever made. With a banger soundtrack rivaling Forsaken, and even the removed original soundtrack is nowhere near as good as Ember Rage. Trust me, listen to it, it's that good. Movement is smooth and fast-paced, so much attention to detail, not unjukable hitboxes, meaning you don't need to rely on looping only, and finally, some of the most well-designed characters ever in an asymmetrical game. So, what are we waiting for? Let's talk about this absolute banger, shall we? Maps. There are a lot of dangerous looping spots, but that's why killers and Countdown survivors don't want to have fun and use loops not as a last resort with their many anti-loops of doom. Convicts. Rocket Guy. An extremely cool starter character who can plant a mine and shoot a missile. And for the only two things that connect the abilities together is that they have a very long wind-up, getting them out, meaning you can very rarely use them in chase. Well, only sometimes. It's not that rare, but it's not like you can just fling it out. Which is the only reason he's really balanced, really. Very fun and enjoyable beginner convict to use. I personally prefer when a survivor in ASYM has obvious fighting or healing abilities evolve around one idea or playstyle, but having a mixture is still fun and good, especially for a tutorial character. Having only be placing an object on run would not be a fun gameplay loop anyway. Looks at Builder Man staring at them menacingly. Yeah. Living Bag. Peak. Just peak. His whole gimmick is you have to get your ratings up so you can get buffs. And to do that, you must get right up in the killer faces and annoy them. This is also one of the survivors, many convicts who required they must do their job. And I love that concept. Teamwork needs to be taught more to little 3-year-olds, little 3-year-old guest mains. And this is how you do it right here. Now, Ghost 1337. We love generators. When I first played them, I thought his rush was just guest charge, but when I used it, I realised it was to help teammates. I would have shown you guys a clip, but the sigil of stupid made me delete all 30 minutes of my original impressions and gameplay footage. His punch is the regular punch. Nothing to report here. He's the second survivor who has to do their job to power themselves up. This time he must be directly close to the killer to fill up his adrenaline bar so he can use his abilities, which technically is the opposite of doing your job. Actually. Great survivor. I can't think of a funny joke here for Bloom. You can start off with only being able to do very small heals and be able to slow the killer. But as you do that, you are able to do bigger and better heals. Just wish you could have aimed your smaller heal instead of being just an orb though, to add to the fun. But for something so small, that might be just a little bit of overkill, So, all the survivors, or convicts as they're called here, are all A, balanced, B, fun to use, and C, encourage teamwork. But what about the strange things they are going up against, or even what you might be? Anomalies. spooky, scary woman with a mirror, a dash ability to crash into multiple survivors, a small but effective lunge, and an aura reading ability. What could you want more from a killer? What more could you want from a psychopath? Is that a combat initiation reference? Draco Bloxer is very similar to Bloody Mary, spooky, scary woman with a mirror, but he does have some differences. He has a dash that can hit more than one person, but does a major amount of damage. No, not more than one person. He can only do one person. Stupid, sigil, stupids. Instead of giving slowness to convicts while you get speed, his aura reading ability makes his abilities do more damage, makes him transparent, and disables his chase theme, making him into a stealthy threat. The biggest difference here compared to Mary is that he can the collector, but fun to use. He is literally the collector from Pond by 1400, but he has a projectile, and that actually makes him fun to use. Let's go into why that projectile is not only makes him fun, but amazing. An intense minigame where you get hit by his persecution, and just the simple fact he's not just a killer who places traps, but also has a brain projectile just makes him amazing to play. If you have your traps and eyes set up in the best spots. This game is just perfect in every single way I can think of. Many people criticise that it's unbalanced or the hitboxes are bad. I think they're fine though. I think they're just good. But everyone's allowed their opinions, eh? What are you doing here, Purple? The public test is some of the best and unique ideas ever. And we can't forget this isn't even the alpha release, only the public playtest to make sure people think the game's balanced. Oh, and if a developer is somehow watching this, hi! I can't wait to see the future of this game. Oh no.